Okay, well, welcome back to another Curse of Fey. Again, it has been a little while since we last managed to all get together, but we're here back again once again to continue the adventure. Now, those of you from last time who had inspiration for giving me like a rundown of what happened in the previous weeks, you need to take all that off of your characters because this is the start of a new session. So I will be asking people to remind us about what happened, and if you do a good enough job, you will get that inspiration back.
Oh no, that's rude.
So if you wouldn't mind just taking away your inspiration temporarily, of course, because I'm sure you all remember wholeheartedly what happened before. And let's start with just randomly. Let's start with Tisfan. What happened last session?
Oh, okay. Let's see what I can remember. Let's see. Tisvan, I remember we had a long rest at the start of the session. Then our characters had breakfast, which Galatea did such an amazing job on that we got temporary hit points too, I believe.
That's right, yeah.
Then Tisvan, Moira, and Amaros went and interrogated Paleclaw.
Yes.
While the rest went ahead back into the village. Once Paleclaw was interrogated, they shoved her back into the cell, locked the door, went into town.
Do you remember what Paleclaw told you? What answers you got from them?
Did I take any notes? Asks the worst fucking note taker ever. Don't believe I did. Cannot remember right now.
Okay,
being
no
put
worries.
on the spot like this, but yeah.
So they when you were talking to them, you asked your questions about your homeland and about the corruption there and what that was all about. One important thing that they did tell you is that the tower in town was the eyes and the ears of the princess, and so that was an important feature in the town currently, and that was something that they were sent here to maintain, to guard. And I believe when you guys were in town, you were made aware more of the strange kind of violet purpley moss that was sort of growing throughout the town. It had always been there since you'd started, since you'd first arrived, but you were made more aware of it because it was in much denser clumps near Hallisbar House, which is where you met the guards. And then when you came back into town, I believe that you noticed this sort of path, essentially, sort of growing from Hallisbar House towards town, and where it sort of dispersed and it basically led to the tower, which used to be this giant tree in the center of town. Moira inquisitively picked up some of this moss and instantly became poisoned. And I was trying to find it going back through the previous recordings. I'm not 100% it was Moira, but somebody else when you first went to Hallisbar House did the same thing and picked up some of the moss and got poisoned as well. I like to think it was the same person.
Yeah, I did that, but then I just remember immediately dropping it because it was so familiar to back home.
Perhaps you made the save. Maybe that's why we didn't know what it was last time. But yeah, I did remember. I was like, I'm sure someone did this before, and I was wondering if it was still you again, and you had forgotten.
I'm pretty sure it's only Moira who picks up random.
Yeah, that's why I went to that.
Hey.
But
I mean,
are we wrong, Moira?
is it wrong? Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty good job of remembering those bits. So give yourself an inspiration for that, Tisvan. And who would like to continue and add a bit more to that? What happened after that point, or what else happened in the time session.
I would like to add
Mhm.
that during breakfast it was discovered that Mora lost her voice
Yes.
thanks to the bite. So it's gonna be a very silent mouse from now on.
Yes. You've lost your voice,
mice are
and
supposed to be silent, aren't they, Mora?
and you also have your tongue is also black.
Yes.
Wow. Very similar to another NPC that you have met.
Yes.
Anything else?
Some people went to talk to the woodcutter people.
I don't think anyone went. Well, I think when you were in town, I think there was a conversation that you guys had with the townsfolk about
Yeah.
the woodcutter, and I think
Yeah,
they.
we didn't go talk to him specifically.
Yeah, you guys
We
didn't,
talked
but I
to
think
the townsfolk,
Yeah.
and they pretty much hinted at, oh, we gotta talk to that guy.
Yeah, because I convinced them that it was Galatea did.
Yes.
That it was all his responsibility. What happened with the dryads? I told them what had happened. That they had attacked the shrine even when told not to, and it was his responsibility to make good on that, very much emphasizing that they should help heal the place, not telling them about the demand that the dryads had made.
Yeah, and so I think they went off to speak to him about this matter. But yes, you didn't divulge exactly what the ancient dryad asked for as payment, essentially.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, that's good. And then anything else? Anything else? Anyone else remembers?
We got to escort that. What was his? I forgot his name again. The son that was trapped in the guardhouse.
Warren.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Lauren Wobb. Yes.
Warren.
Yeah, we got to escort him back to his grandma, I think it was.
That's right. Yes, back to his grandmother, who Valadomi, I think, met initially when you first came to Langshawn,
Yes.
and said that their grandson had gone missing.
Yeah, I think it was either Valadomi or me. I'm not entirely sure who.
I can't remember who. You may have talked to the grandmother more, but I'm pretty sure Valadomi, I think, scouted out Langshawn to begin with, and may have come into contact with her. But either way, you were made aware that someone had gone missing, and now at the end of the last session, they had been reunited. Okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. A couple of things I will add. That Kane, as you had headed off back to the inn to just catch up with Bula, you had noted that it looked like most of the guards, if not all of them, had gone from town. Obviously, you guys probably were sort of wondering, worried maybe that there were other guards still left in town that may have found out what you've been up to in the guardhouse. But there didn't seem to be anyone apart from one guard who is still standing outside the tower. But you had headed off in that direction. Tisvan, Moira, and Galatea had gone with Warren back to his house to drop him off. And then Amros, you had gone off to Nico's Nax
Yes.
to speak to him. I don't think anything else stands out in my mind. I will probably remember something later on, but yeah, it's pretty good. All right, you can all have inspiration this time. That wasn't too bad, seeing as it's been a month since we last played.
That all last time. We really need to try and remember.
Yeah, definitely try and remember, because it only lasts for this session. So if you don't use it, you lose it.
I find it funny that we managed to remember that much, considering we didn't really have much time to re-remember
Yes,
from last session.
Yes, exactly. We had a session a while before Christmas, and then there was a long gap. Then there was one session, and then another long gap. So this has all been a fair amount of time has passed since then for us in the real world.
Gets in the way.
Yes. So,
Oh, speaking of time,
Hmm.
how long, in our sort of terms, have we approximately been here now? Like how many days have we been in this game?
Since you've been here since you entered. Let me have a little look.
We've definitely slept a few times.
I think it's 4 days. I've got day 3 here, and then I've but you slept and then you went here. So I think this is the 4th day.
Okay.
4 days, Jesus.
It's either 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah, I've got written down 4 here or 3, and then I'm adding another one on because of this day because I didn't think I updated it. But yes, you have been here a handful of days. You I think you camped outside. I don't think you did. You sleep on that when you first stopped by the gates at the very beginning. I can't remember if you slept
We
or
did,
not.
yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think we slept
Yeah, we
one
slept on the
time
road
before we reached Lake Shorn.
Yeah. So you
one
slept
time in Lake Shorn, one time at the chief's house, and then one time out in the woods, and then also one time back in the guards. I'm unsure if didn't we sleep also one more time in the chief's house, or am I forgetting?
Yeah,
something?
there was a time where you slept there, and then you've also slept in the guardhouse. I forgot, yes, because I was presuming it was the same day that you'd gone there, but you actually did have a long rest then. So we'll say this is the start of day 6 then. So you've had 5 days. This is day 6.
Oh damn!
So let me just write that down. Again.
I like to think that, yes, it's been 6 days in the Feywild, but the amount of time it's been for us in real life is the amount of time it's been like back in the mortal plane.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
That makes
That's
sense.
good. That's good.
Oh dear. Well, with that out of the way, unless there's any other questions, we shall start the session. And let's start, Kane. Let's start with you because you had gone off. We sort of ended with Boren being reunited with his grandmother at the end. But you had gone off specifically to see Bula, who the last you saw, she was being looked after at the tavern. The Thirsty Oak. That's right. So
One second. I had a chat with Luna over WhatsApp about what Bula would say to Kane. And I can read that out for you guys if you want.
Sure, yes, please.
Let's hear it.
So essentially, it's a little bit what's the word? Like not paragraphed. Paraphrased. There you go. It's a little bit paraphrased.
Okay.
Kane has come over to Bula and to visit her, but he's also said, we'll be leaving town to try and cure the ladies and make sure that they don't turn into one of those terrible beasts. And he's kind of hanging his head low as he's talking to her. He does not want to leave her here in this strange town, but he knows that it's best for her to stay because she's still really sick from that horrible mud. And he's sort of struggling to get his words out. And Bula says, in her usual gung-ho happy tone that she has, says she'll miss him, but she's glad he's doing the right thing, going ahead without her so that he can help the two women, but he better make it back because she doesn't want to lose him. And when Kane hears that, he kind of he looks like he's thinking for a moment, and then he suddenly cups Bula's face and kisses her.
And none of us know.
And he kind of pulls away very quickly with a worried look on his face that he's like upset her by doing that. But Bula grabs him by the collar and pulls him back in. And after the kiss, she looks him in the eyes and she says that he is not allowed to break her heart. And he absolutely has to come back now. There's a lot of people that need saving, and she feels like he's one of the only people that can do it, and she believes in him. And then she basically pushes him out the door after that.
Actually, that just
That feels
reminded
very much
me.
like Bull.
When you went to the market, did you? I think I remember you saying that you were going to give Bula the something that you either.
Oh, I
picked up
already
or
had.
pushes.
I'd already given it to her.
Oh, I had you at another point. Ah, okay.
I believe so. Yeah, I went to visit her after we'd been to that market just to check in on her, and I gave
Right.
it to her. And Bula was like ecstatic at this game. It was the one where you had to push push things through it. It was was it like balls or like shapes?
Oh,
or
yeah. I remember now. Yeah, so it was. Yeah, it was called woodpecker, and it was a small round, like a log slice, I think it was, with 4 round holes cut into it, and they had like balls in it that you had to sort of hammer, I think, hit, and then they had different faces on them, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what he gifted to.
That's right.
I think that might have been, in terms of the game, that was yesterday.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, probably 2 days ago, because it was you slept at the Hullisbar house, and then you slept, as we said, at the main house. So it would have been before that, I think, because you'd also gone into the woods. I can't remember either the day yesterday or the day before. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I had gifted that to her, and then all of that happens, and I think after you've all had your different things that you've gone off to do, when you guys next see Kane, he's blushing.
Can I see if I see the blushing?
Well, this is all happening simultaneously, so I'm going to jump from this. You can all reconvene in a minute, but I want to just jump to Amaros first, and then we'll get everyone to reconvene. Unless there's anything else you want to talk to Borin and his grandmother about, but we'll say that you had that conversation with Bula, and then you are leaving a little bit giddy back to town again to see where the others are. All right, perfect. Just remind me, I think, who else had the toys from the market? I know, Valadomi, you had one, didn't you?
I had one.
You had one. Did anyone else have one?
I
think there only were 2, right?
I thought Rennie.
No, I never bought one.
Kane has one to himself and one for Bula.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Which is the one that you have? Is it the twisting cube one, or is that Galatea? No, Galatea, you have the little.
I have the doll that looks like Eddie.
That's right. You have the doll, and then I think the only other one must be the twisting cube one that you've got then, Kane, because
it must be then. I can't remember which one I had. I just remember giving Bula the hammery one.
That's right. Okay. Cool. All right. Perfect. All right. Let's jump back to Amaros then.
Oh dear.
Then you were heading to Nico's Knacks, weren't you?
Yes, because Amaros had made a promise to have tea, an hour's tea time with Nico.
Oh.
So you head back to the shop, the Nico's Knacks general store, and you go in there. The same little cheery bell of jingles. You can hear the sound in the air as you open the door and go in there. The general store is very much similar as it was before. Piles of blankets, bedrolls, lanterns, all sorts of stuff everywhere lining the walls. They're almost like little islands that you have to kind of circumvent to get round to the counter itself. But standing behind the counter, currently sort of stacking shelves, is Nico, who, just to remind you, Nico, he's a goat fur folk. He's quite short. He's between sort of 3 and 4 feet tall. He's got sort of tan skin. He's got creamy, sort of fluffy, like hair or wool. He's got horns, and he wears a blue robe with detailed patterns and gold edging and stuff like that. And he hears the jingles of the bells, and he steps up on his stool so he can actually see over the counter, and he says to you, "Oh, welcome back! Welcome back! It's so nice to see you. How can I help you?"
Hi, Nico. Sorry it's taken a while, but I promised a tea time with you. Is now a good time?
Tea time? Oh, yes. You mean as the payment? You mean?
Yeah, we did a trade, and you wanted an hour of my time, and we agreed to do it over a cup of tea.
Oh yes. I'm sorry. I must not have been clear about the actual the hour of your time that I was looking for. It's not so much that we will be spending together. It is more like I will be taking an hour of your time at some point when I need it.
Oh.
Yes. You will be having tea. Yes. You will be having tea and having a great old time. And I will just be borrowing or taking an hour of your time at some point in the future.
Processing noises.
It's all above board.
No idea how that would work, but
oh, well, don't worry. It's all Fey magic, as we say. Fey magic, and it's all above board. It's all the paperwork has all been filed already. It's all good. So at some point, I will just take an hour of your time, and you won't miss it. It's all perfectly fine. It's a bit like what's it similar to? I suppose if you think like work experience, like for a time, I will get to enjoy what you're doing for a while, an hour of your time. And during that time, you'll be able to have tea and biscuits and enjoy that and have a little rest.
oh. I swear, every time I hear the explanation of the Feywild to me, it feels hard to grasp, but it might be because I've grown up in the mortal plane.
Oh, yes, I
But
expect it's
anytime
probably
it's
that.
just more and more fascinating.
Yes, well, of course, as you weren't born here, you probably don't really understand the ins and outs of these bargains. But I assure you, it's all above board, nothing sinister, just the way the things work. It's all being trapped in this demi-plane for such a long time. We're all looking for some sort of like, just a way of experiencing things that we don't usually experience. So, for you, I'll just experience an hour of your time, and you'll be able to experience essentially an hour of my time.
I see.
Yeah.
That is, an interesting concept.
Well, I hope you enjoy it when it goes ahead. I honestly I can't tell you exactly when it will be. I at some point I'll probably feel a bit tired, and I'll say, oh, I wonder what it would be like to be you for an hour, and then I'll claim it, and then and you can have an hour's rest and relaxation, a win-win situation.
I can only hope it doesn't happen while I'm fighting something. You never know.
That would be inconvenient, wouldn't it?
It would.
Imagine if you were in the middle of something very important and I just happened to whisk you away. It's so funny to think about.
Intentional foreshadowing.
Anyway, anything else I can help you with this? Any other items you'd like to purchase while you're here?
I was actually about to ask if you've received any new items that you care to share.
Well, it's a little bit difficult. You see, we don't have a lot of trade. Is the problem? The market that comes to town every few days is usually the best place to get new items, and I do try and purchase some items as as much as I can. Often the most important items, the things that people like to gather the most, are the toys that get sold in town. They just have some sort of lure, some sort of appeal to people in this town. And I do try to buy some up and have them in my store, but they're usually already gone before I even get there, to be honest. But I have the essentials if you're looking for, tents and sleeping bags and oil lanterns and things like this. We make them, and we obviously have our own range of fine wooden items that are supplied by the U Mill.
Yeah. I'll just say I'm not entirely sure about walking around with stuff from the mill at the time, considering things are looking a bit bad with the dryas at the moment because of a bit of a
how do you mean?
Say misunderstanding regarding the woodworkers.
Oh, with the dryads. Oh, I hope that's not the reason why the mill's been shut down. I was wondering why we weren't getting so many products from them, but I suppose actually that might be quite convenient. I suppose I should probably put the price of some of these up then. Thank you for letting me know. These are becoming more rare by the minute then.
Yeah, you could probably say that. You wouldn't happen to have any healing items? I think I've asked you before.
No, I'm afraid I don't have any healing items. They're not something I really sell here. They're more like sort of products and useful. I have some magical items and things like that. But if you want healing potions and things like that, you're best to talk to the apothecary.
Yeah, I thought I would ask anyway. But anyway, I guess I will see you when you decide to snatch an hour of my time, as you said.
Of course, yes. But snatch is a very aggressive word. I say we just like borrow or I mean you'll be in here and enjoying a nice beverage of your choice. It'll be like a little break, little holiday. You might even enjoy it. It might be whisked away. I've been taking on an unplanned holiday.
That is definitely a way to look at it. But yes, I'll then be seeing you when I see you, my good sir.
Oh, yes. Well, have a good day. See you soon.
Take care, Nico.
Goodbye.
And Amros heads back out to meet up with others.
All right. Well, so Tisman, Moira, and Galatea, is there anything you'd like else to talk about or discuss with Oren and his grandmother?
Not particularly with them. I did remember that I was looking for the lady before with the story that I owed her.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes. Well, they had been in town previously, so possibly. I think you rolled to see if you could find them last session, and you didn't. Yeah. But yeah, if you're going to head back out into town again, I'll give you another roll and see if you can find them.
Yeah, thank you.
Either of the other two, have you got anything that you want to discuss with these people, or are you happy to head back to town again? No? Okay, well.
Dead silence.
It's no yes or no. Anything.
Okay, cool. Well, if you are all done, then I suggest, or I assume that you'll all probably head back to the middle of town to meet up again.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Get everyone moving back into town again. Whee!
Back in town again.
Whee! All right. Gotta say, you're stuck. What are you doing over there? Perfect. All right. Well, Gazia, since you wanted to see if you could find this lady, will you please give me a perception check to see if you can identify them? See if they're around town.
13?
13? Yeah, I'll say you have a little look around, and there's a lot of people that look similar. There's lots of goat folk and satyrs and things around here, and you're not quite au fait yet with the subtle differences between some of these different goat folk, but you do eventually in the crowd see someone that you recognize, and it is the female, the fawn, I think it was, that you had promised the story to, I think, last time.
Right. I will just let the other two know then. I just have one quick thing. There's a lady over there that I just need to talk to quick. I'll be back in a minute.
Sure thing.
All right.
And I go over to her and sort of.
Yeah, and I'll say that she recognizes you pretty easily, being a stranger in town, and she will wave and come over to you as well. And I have no idea what voice I gave her, so I'll just say, "Oh, hello. Have you got my my payment?"
I do. Yeah. Is it still raining?
It is still raining at the moment. Yes.
Okay. Is there some sort of shelter? I don't want it to get wet.
Oh, and there are though the stalls are kind of closed up. There are like some of the canopies are sort of fixed there, so there is a one you could probably just run under if you want to just give it to her.
Okay. Oh, under here.
Yep, and she'll happily follow you in. I was beginning to wonder. I did wonder if you'd forgotten, but I'm glad to have seen you in town again.
No. We just had a little trouble. But it's all sorted now. I didn't forget. I wouldn't forget.
Well, I appreciate you looking out for me again. That's very kind of you. And what do you have for me?
Well, so I hope it's okay. Galatea produces this little a drawing in ink of a little encampment, and there's a bunch of people in on one side looking really scared, and then there's a group of heroic looking figures on the other side, standing and fighting off a couple of gnolls, and one of the figures cowering in the other side is dressed very much like Galatea,
Right.
and looks very, very similar. Well, I guess it depends on how good the drawing is. And on the back is a little story for her about it. I did this drawing, and I did promise you a story, so I wrote it down, but I can tell you it quick if you want, or you can just read it whenever you feel like it.
I feel like I'd like to read that. Maybe enjoy it this evening, if that's okay.
Yeah. It's a real thing. It did happen, and it's from my world, so I thought
that sounds amazing. Please let me have a look. And do you want to give me a what's the word? Performance.
Oh yeah.
And let's see how good you're drawing and how well it inspires her.
Oh,
Oh, look at that, 15. Very nice. Yes. Yeah. She takes it from you, and she looks at the picture, and she you can see her eyes widen as she looks at it, and she takes in this image that you've created, and her eyes dart backwards and forwards, taking it all in, and she's, oh, this is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. You're so talented with this skill here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I really appreciate it. This is far beyond the worth of the totem that you wanted. So I really appreciate it. It looks. I can't wait to read the story that goes with it tonight. It's fantastic. Thank you.
It's the least I could do. I really needed. I really needed it.
Well, and she just puts her hand on your wrist or your hand. She said, "Well, I take it with my blessing, and I hope it brings you luck. And I can wait until the next the moon market to get myself another one anyway. But I really appreciate this. This is going up in my wall. As soon as I've read the story, it's going up in my house. Everyone will be jealous. I'll have people over wanting to look at it all the time, I'm sure."
Galatea looks very embarrassed. I'm glad that it's useful. Yeah. I'll have a good day.
Thank you very much. Oh, if you're ever in town again, I might commission you for another picture, because this is exquisite. I'm very, very, very happy indeed. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. No worries. Good. Oh, yeah. Good. I'll see you soon then.
Okay, bye. Take care of yourself. Be careful while you're here.
We'll try. Thank you. And Galatea rushes off, very, very uncomfortable.
Perfect. And then you will make it back to the rest of your friends.
Friends?
Your acquaintances that you've met. Right. So, and actually, Johan will not be here. He will have headed back home. There we go. Put it back over there. All right. Okay. So, what is your plan of action?
Are we all here then?
I believe we're all here.
Can I see if anyone's blushing or anything?
I guess, Kane, will you still be blushing by the time you get back?
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Hello.
I can see it light up, but
Oh.
I can't see you talk. Or hear you talk. I mean.
I think he's having mic problems again.
Oh no.
Ooh. Still nothing. Nope. I can just see the icon lighting up once in a while.
Icon flashing in frustration.
Yeah.
Flash. Flashity flash.
Flash.
Oh, I had a click.
Oh, that's money.
Oh. Well, while we're waiting to see.
Okay, you'll type there.
Oh, hello.
Who's typing?
Oh,
Why? It worked a second ago. I don't understand. Did you mute somehow accidentally? Kane will make a charisma save? Question mark.
let's see. Yeah, I guess. Well, first of all, I wanted to see if Galatea notices. So yeah, all right. Let's do a charisma save, because I don't know if it's something that you sort of be able to hide if you're sort of blushing. So yeah, give me a charisma save. I guess I'll roll for that because you don't have access to the cheats, so let me do that here. Did you did you? I think you said your charisma is the same, isn't it? Because you weren't able to level up on this. So I think you said that was the same. So let's do a charisma saving throw. So that's a 15.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. And let's say that with his charisma being a bit high, I feel like it should be contested against something. Let's contest your charisma. I don't know if this works, but let's just compare it to your perception.
Not insight. Oh no, it just
yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, well, you can choose. Yeah, perception or insight. Let's see.
Nope, I see nothing. It was
you don't notice. No, Kane, you compose yourself enough that you're able to. It's 12. What? 12? It says 15 on here.
I'm busy being embarrassed anyway.
All right. I don't know. Kane says it's a 12 apparently. Oh, you mean your actual roll is? Yeah. Sorry, your standard is, but you've got a plus. I don't know. Anyway, you only got a 7, Gantier, so that's fine. All right. So yes, he's composed enough that you don't notice the blush.
Okay. Gantier is just like busy being embarrassed, and yeah, I guess I guess it's a trap that sees someone blushing rather. Right. Where are we? Are we all ready?
Should we check the tree, then go over to your hands, gather us up, and then leave?
Sorry, hold on.
Can you say that again?
Sorry, I'm having distractions.
No, I mean Quack.
Should we go check the tree, then go over to your hands, get everyone gathered up, and then leave for High Henkel?
What more exactly are you trying to look for around the tree? I mean, I know that you said that the princess used it kind of as a eye thing, but I don't know if we will be able to see anything particularly.
We should at least see if we can stop that corruption from spreading. Or at least spreading more than it already has.
I mean, if you want to go over there, I can come with you, buddy. But like I said, I don't know what we'll be able to see per se, but from a little I understand magic, I can try to help out.
I'm thinking more of destroying it.
Oh.
Moira kind of just snaps at that, like, and gives Tisran a big, like, bombastic side-eye, criminal offensive bombastic side-eye.
Well, since she's not subtle with it, I'd say Tisman sees that. And he'll turn to Moira and say, not the tree itself, but if we can destroy her connection to it.
Moira does a little, like, oh, Jesus. Wordless, like, head motion of nod.
Anyone else have some reason why we shouldn't do that, or should we go over?
Doesn't sound like it.
We still can't hear you, Trap.
Are you sure you haven't muted yourself on the actual microphone itself? Because I have a button on the microphone as well as the ability to mute it in Discord. Trapdoor is typing. It was working. It definitely did work. So why it stopped working? Usually, if my microphone has stopped working, it's because I have to go to settings and tell it to actually use the microphone. Because when it's just set to default, it doesn't seem to find the microphone. But if I set it to Yeti, then it will actually work. So and that usually automatically disconnects for some reason every now and again. Have you tried doing that? If you go to your user settings and then go to your voice and video, just make sure the input device is actually set to your actual microphone, whatever it is, not just default. Who knows? The only other thing I can suggest is connecting to Discord with your phone and talking through your phone's microphone instead. In the meantime, or you can continue to type.
Hi, sorry.
Hello. All the party is dead. You weren't here to save them.
Oh, well. Bugger.
They all looked into the well and fell in.
Shit, well, don't do that, guys.
All right. So, Tisfin, do you want to suggest your plan again?
Let's see if we can rephrase it. Should we go over and see if we can destroy the connection between the princess and this tree? See if we can at least stop the corruption from spreading more. And then gather everyone up at your hands place and then leave for this healer.
Absolutely. There's no more guards, right? So we should be able to just walk in. Sorry, Kane can't respond, I guess.
Kane looks at you stoically.
Kane looks at us stoically and maybe tells us about the guard.
Yeah, I would imagine he probably mentioned, I did see one guard outside the tower, but nobody else.
That should be easy to deal with.
Trap, just tell us what he will do. Tell us
the tale. All right, well, if you guys are going to their tower, then head on over. Come on down. So yeah, as you head towards this giant tower, which is essentially a great white tree, or it would have used to have been, and then a fair way out. I can't remember how tall I said it was now, but at the top of it, where would be the branches and the canopy, it seems to be sort of ashen and severed, and sort of hovering above it is this. From right to the base of the tree, it is difficult to see, but from further out, you notice this sort of writhing ball of sort of like flame or light at the very top, in this similar violety color that you saw from the the moss and the stuff that was the lichen that was on the ground, which leads from Hallospar House to the tree. And as you approach down this path, before you get to there, you can see that standing in front of the door of this tower, there is a massive owlin. Compared to the other owlin, this owlin has eaten 2 owlin for breakfast. He is a very large owlin, very portly, quite like a sort of a hulking figure, really. He's covered in dark feathers, and even from this distance, you can see his sharp, intelligent eyes looking and backwards and forwards, keeping a guard and a watchful eye on his surroundings. Unlike the other owlin, he doesn't have a robe. He has a silver breastplate that he is worn, a large shield that is emblazoned with a crescent moon, and he has a tall, long sort of spear that he holds in his hand.
So as soon as we see him, how far away are we?
Oh, you can probably see him from about, I don't know, 20 feet away.
Can you guys hear me yet?
I can hear you very quietly.
Faintly.
You're very far away.
Oh, how am I so? It's against my mouth.
I don't understand. It just worked.
I think it's this computer. I swear to God, I'm worried because I'm supposed to be giving this to Jade when I get my new one. Maybe I'm just cursing her.
Curse of Fey.
Oh, it really is. The Curse of Fey is all of my technology.
Thanks, not cursing things.
You'll have to speak like you're speaking to a small child and be like, I am doing this right now. Are you doing this? And then so you can elevate your voice.
Channeling my inner Bula.
That's it.
Yeah, talk like Bula.
So you guys are all standing about 20 feet away from the entrance of the tower. That is essentially in the center of town here, yes. So.
Right, shit, there's more. What do we do?
If we don't want this to turn into a fight, I think someone else should speak to them. We have seen my track record with these people.
Do we want it to turn into a fight? We can't.
Do we have a choice?
Maybe not in the middle of the town. We just cleared up the dispute from the guard tower. I don't think it's a good idea to strike out in the middle of town again.
Okay. You talk. Who talks? Oh shit! It's me again, isn't it?
Better you than me. We know what happened last time.
Okay. It's fine. You're here, and I'll just you come back me up, okay?
We'll be right behind you.
Yep.
You back me up, okay? In silence.
I like the fact that pretty much this whole group, like, no one likes the weird talker.
Moira can't talk!
Moira can't talk.
Moira points a hand out and then suddenly remembers.
I know you like to talk, but you can't right now.
I'm
Speak.
I'm just imagining Galatea like looking around at each of the others. Tisman already said, "Yeah, it's not me." Amoros is like, "Oh, you know what happened last time?" Kane is very clearly distracted by something, can't work out what. And Moira looks down at Moira and like, "Oh shit."
I mean, Kane will back you up, but he also knows what happened the last time he tried to talk to these Owlin. He got in a fight, like everyone else. And also, his charisma is a 12, but I mean, he'll give it a go if you want him to.
What's the name of the captain again?
Eldrin Pelclaw.
Yeah. Okay. Is my deception better, or is my persuasion better? Oh, they're both rubbish. Cool, good, great. I don't even have intimidation, do I? I've got minus in strength. Oh, that's charisma based as well. Okay, cool. Great. Okay, Galatea will just square up as much as they can and walk off towards this Owlin.
Cool.
Making sure that everyone's right behind them.
Okay, and so as you head towards this Owlin, the Owlin himself, it stands quite motionless, vigilant, and though almost as if they were sort of carved from the same kind of wood as this tower, very, very still. As you approach them, they don't say anything, but you feel as you get closer to them this sort of presence of them radiating with this sort of unyielding strength and authority. They are very intimidating, essentially.
Galatea looks like they're about to throw up, but still, tries their best to hide that bit. So, madam, it is time for you to leave town. Eldrin's left, everyone's gone. It's just you left, buddy.
The Owlin, you see their eyes shift down to look at you. But you're just met with this sort of silent stare. And they just look at you. They don't move from their post.
Okay, well, at least move aside. We need to go in.
Sorry, you said you need to go in?
Yep.
Cool. Do you make an advance towards the door, or do you just say that you need to go in?
Just stand there and say, move aside. It's move, just move over. We need to get in.
If you just say that you want to go in, there is no movement. If you try and approach or trying to move past them.
I mean, I will if nothing happens.
They don't move at all or anything until you start making your way, or as if you're going to go past. As soon as you do that, the Owlin it moves quick as lightning into a defensive stance. They bring their shield up. They hold out their spear lengthways, sort of across in front of you, essentially, and just stand there in that sort of holding position, blocking your path.
Okay. Galatea looks back at the others.
Hisvan will step up beside Galatea, one hand reaching for his glaive, and say, "Move or we will move you."
The Owlin, again, doesn't move. Their focus fixed on Galatea, as if they either haven't heard or they don't acknowledge you.
This one. Try and go around.
This one will just nod. Not looking towards Galatea, but nod, and then eyes not leaving the owlin, try to step around it.
Okay, as you try and step around, it quickly whips the spear in the other direction, and it blocks your path. Its eyes shifting to you.
Well, now it seems I have your attention. Will you move?
Galatea tries to run past.
Okay. Give me a dexterity. The owlin doesn't respond to you. It looks at you, Tisvin, but it says nothing. It just holds its position.
18.
18. Okay, let's see. What's this guy's dex here? Oh. So yeah, as you run past up to the door, and you are so lighty-footed, or maybe it's because Tisfin appears to be more of a threat, that it didn't see you in time, like didn't notice you. Its eyes were focused on him. That he doesn't seem to react. He holds the spear out. The shield is there, but you managed to slip past.
Oh my god. Can I open the door?
So, at the base of the tower, there is this large wooden door. And as you go for the handle, you find that it is sealed shut by an intricate lock.
Oh. Fuck. Can I sort of very quietly gesture to one of the others, like pretend to be turning a key in the air, and then like going, no, this isn't working. Like it's locked.
Yeah. I guess the rest of your party are probably smart enough to understand the locking the key motion, so I won't make any rolls for that.
Can I see if the owlin that is pointing his spear at me has a key on him? Visibly?
Yeah, give me a perception check from see if there's anything that stands out, if you can see a key or anything.
12.
Sorry?
I was about to say, can I also look to see if I see it?
Sure, you can roll as well as if you like.
Thank you very much. I was about to ask, but he rolled faster than I was able. Perception it was, right?
Yep. Two 12.
Same.
So as you look at him, he's a great big owlin. He's got this big heavy chest plate on him, and you don't necessarily know that he's got a key or anything. He is wearing, maybe it looks like a sort of a chain maybe around his neck, but if there's anything on the end of it, it's probably beneath the chest plate. But you see no key dangling off his belt or anything like that.
Could I, because this big owlin is very suspicious to me.
Yep.
Could I try to see if there's anything, I don't know, maybe a smaller shadow or something other suspicious?
I mean, they do have a track record.
Exactly.
So sorry, you wanna. Do you have some ability, or are you just looking at them as well?
Yeah, maybe says like Amoros and Tiswan did perception. Maybe I could do like an insight.
Insight, okay, yeah, you can give me an insight if you like. And you're trying to decide what, to see if they're like.
Not what they seem.
Not what they seem. Okay. Well, yeah. Give me an insight. We'll see if there's anything you pick up if you notice about them.
19?
19. Very good. Okay. So I'll say that whatever this creature is, they look like an owlin. They're a very big owlin. They're well armored, more armored than the ones you'd seen previously. But something seems off in your eyes. The way that they stand so very still seems almost unnatural. For them, whenever anyone's staying still, even guards standing in their position, they're living. They kind of have that kind of they have to breathe. They have to kind of have some sort of slight movement to them. This owlin is like dead still, like almost not moving, even with the wind, and that seems sort of off.
Okay. I've been like carrying my basically like diary or parchments and things. So I just kind of start writing and hand a page over to I guess Amaros. Amaros is the closest one. And in the Foundry chat is what I have written to Amaros.
Ambrose is gonna give one look at Moira after reading that. Look at the owlin and see if he can get the same feel that Moira is pointing out, that it's not breathing.
Okay.
Do I roll or?
Well, what are you doing? Are you just continuing to look, or are you going up to them, or what are you doing?
I'm trying to see if I can see what she's trying to point at.
Okay, then give me another insight with advantage.
Ooh, with advantage. Okay. I like to use my inspiration on that if possible.
Yes. Sure. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
Because
well remembered.
All right, we have bloody insight too.
I think that might be the first time anyone's ever used it.
How was it that we used that one again? Is it just a new roll, or how did that work?
Yeah, you just get a reroll, so you get to roll your d20 again.
But this one is just a normal.
No, it's the same. You got a 15 that time. Cool. It's not as high as Moira's inspection that she noticed this. And you look, and it does seem that they're still standing almost unnaturally still. So you wouldn't have picked it up on yourself, unless Moira had actually sort of pointed it out. But now that she does, you seem to see the same thing. You're like, that's odd. That's odd that they're like so still and not moving. Something unnatural about it. You're starting to believe this maybe this isn't an owlin. Or at least maybe this isn't. It's there's something about it that's unnatural.
Can Galatea tell what's going on with the others?
What were the others?
What everyone's like gesturing about?
So while you're standing by the door, I think Tisfin is locking eyes with the owlin. Who is not moving, and I guess Tisfin is standing there with his halberd in hand, both staring each other out. And as you're motioning with the key, Moira and Amaros are staring at the owlin, both nodding and going, hmm. And what are you doing, Kane?
Could you guys hear me okay?
Just about.
Yeah.
About, yeah.
Yeah, I've got my mouth like pressed right up against the mic. The baby's looking at me like, Dad, what the hell are you doing? Do I have detect magic, Faye?
Let me have a look.
I was about to say, I'm sad I don't have true sight or something like that, because that would be very useful here, probably.
I mean, a lot of things would have been useful, like a lock picking kit or something. I don't have one. Do you have one?
Yeah, you got detect magic. It says here.
I guess I'll cast that then.
Detect magic.
I know the whole tree's gonna light up, but I'm kind of focused on this individual.
So you use your magic, which covers this entire area that you can see here. So the tree, everybody in your area, and probably these houses here as well. So for the duration, within 30 feet of you, you can sense such effects. You can take the magic action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. And if an effect was created by a spell, you learn the spell's school of magic. So you learn that this owlin is an illusion. The owlin there is pinging off on your glowing magic detect radar, and it is completely an illusion. It's completely comprised of magic. It is and it is not real. It is not really there. It appears that perhaps this was some sort of with the other owlin sort of gone. Perhaps this was maybe a security measure that got turned on to prevent anyone trying to gain access. But this owlin is not really there.
And he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, we lost him.
Ah. Well,
He fell down a trap.
he was so amazed
He fell
by
down the
what he
well.
fell. He was like, he's so shocked by it. He's like, oh, I can't believe it wasn't real all this time.
He's just like stunned.
Apparently, it was the trap that was the illusion.
It was.
He's back.
He's back.
He's back. He can't
Maybe.
talk.
You can turn me down.
Oh my god, hello.
Holy shit!
I can hear
Now
him.
we can hear you.
Have you turned me down yet?
Yes.
I'm about to.
Yes.
I'm on my phone now.
Hey.
I installed a third-party app to try and make my mic louder, and it stopped my headphones from working.
Well, we can hear you properly.
Perfect.
Yeah, the mic on my phone is really good. I would just prefer to be able to use my desktop, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Well, there you go. Well, did you hear anything that I said?
I heard that it was an illusion, and then my headphones told me where I can go.
I see.
Perfect. So, you. It is an illusion. It is not really there. And when you see this glowing aura around this creature, you know that this is meant to be some sort of warning or something to put people off, basically.
We don't need to fear this. It's a trickery.
Yeah, the two looks confused.
It's illusion magic.
Oh,
This one will reach his hand out and try to, touch it, wave his hand through it, something.
Yeah. If you put your hand forward and you try and grab the spear or put your hand on the creature itself, your hand just passes through.
Well, all right then. Then Tisman will just step straight through it.
Yep. And as you walk through the owlin, it basically senses that it's been walked through, and the illusion evaporates and disappears. And there's no more owlin.
okay.
I like to think it looks really surprised as it happens. Like, oh, God.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, I've been discovered.
Well, there the map vanished.
And I'm just bringing you over to a new map, a zoomed in version of this tower.
That's where we go.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
You didn't say I was stuck in the floor.
So, yeah,
God dang it,
Galatea,
Opera. Sorry.
yeah,
God dang it,
Galatea,
Opera. Sorry.
you guys, Galatea, the illusion of the owl disappears as Tisman steps through, and yeah, you find yourself standing, just the five of you outside the door of this thing.
Yeah, it just looks sort of confused, but also like this seems to be just general stuff that happens in this place, and they're about used to it by now. So brief, like confusion and shock, and then like, okay, shrug it off. Let's keep going. Right, I can't get in. Can anyone like unlock things or?
So I'll just say that now that you're the rest of you are sort of gathering near the bottom of this tree, you see that there's a large wooden door, which I've already said seems to be sealed shut. There's an intricate lock on one side, and the doorway itself is set with within the roots of the tree that sort of like go around it, and then the door is actually framed by with these carvings that grow sort of more detailed as they approach the top.
Can I see if the carvings make any sense?
Sure, yeah. Give me an investigation.
Can someone help me? Like, look up there. There's some sort of carving or something. Can someone help me help me do a better job?
I can assist best I can.
Okay, so do you want to both roll, or do you want to give Valadomi advantage?
I feel like giving her advantage this time. I have faith in the Domi. Or sorry, I have faith in the Gala.
Okay. Well,
10.
I might use my inspiration this time.
Sorry, you might or you might not.
I will.
You will. You can use your inspiration. Okay, go for it.
Yep. Do I still roll with advantage?
Yeah, let's say yes. Let's say you get another with it as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. 21.
Yay!
Awesome. So, the carvings that you see that are basically carved into these roots that sort of go around the door, they seem to shift in tone. The lower carvings depict sort of joyful celebrations, and they're closer to that are closer to the door. And then these figures become more somber. Their expressions becoming darker, and some even appear as though they're mourning or warning of danger.
Okay. Is there any other specific details to them, or is it just some are happy and some are warning?
Yeah, so essentially, there's sort of there are fawns and other sort of like goat folk and things. So all the ones at the bottom, they're sort of like making merry, and some are drinking wine, and some are kind of like maybe dancing or playing a flute. But as the carvings go round from the base up to the top of the door, all the figures seem to be getting more sad, or as I say, more somber and darker. The figures seem to like maybe be kneeling, maybe like wailing, maybe some of them even towards the top. Their features, which were more prominent at the bottom, seem to be lost somehow. They seem to be smoother and have less emotion in them until they get up to the very top, where there are some that are laying slain or maybe asleep. But it seems that yes, the further up they go up the edges of this door, the more weary and yeah, just the darker it becomes, the depictions.
Okay, I'm gonna point this out to the others so they know what I'm looking at, and then I'm gonna just lightly touch one of the lower ones that look happier. and see if anything happens.
Yes. So you reach your hand out and put it on the thing. It feels like wood. It's a carving that has been made, probably made some time ago. The wood of the tree is feels quite dry. You know that further up this tree, it's sort of the white of the tree seems to diminish and turn into this sort of ashy like substance as it goes up. Here it is still white at the roots, but it feels dry. It feels old. It feels like not healthy, not like a tree would normally feel. But the carving itself feels just like wood. It does. The figures don't seem to. They don't move or anything.
Okay. Moira, you know trees and plants and stuff. Can you see if there's anything about this tree that can maybe unlock this door? I don't know how tree doors work.
Okay. Could I use nature?
Yeah. You're using nature to look at the tree, the door. What are you trying to do?
Ugh. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Neither do I.
I tell you what. Give me what's better on your character sheet? Let's see. Give me a perception check when you're look at the door and look at the lock.
Okay. It's a natural 20.
Natural 20 for
25.
25. Nice. So as you come over to try and help, you look at the tree. You're like one with nature. You're very sympathetic to its needs, and but you look at this door which has been hewn into the wood itself, and this intricate kind of lock. And when you get close up and you look at the lock, you suddenly realize that you've seen the sort of inlaid pattern in this intricate lock somewhere else. And it reminds you about the key that you took off of Eldrum.
Moira starts frantically looking through, like, whatever for pockets, dress pockets, digging for the key, and then
No, it's not the
shows it off.
Da, 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 da.
I show off the key.
Ambrose puts back the crowbar he was about to pull out from his bag.
Yes, you suddenly remember that you had taken a key off of Eldrum and you tried it in the lock on the cage where Borin had been tied up, but it didn't work. So you'd pocketed it. Until this moment, you had forgotten that you had it. But as soon as you bring it out, you realize that yes, the pattern on the bottom of this key is very similar to the engraving that is on the lock, and it would appear that one is used on the other.
I put the key into the lock.
Yes.
Yeah, do it.
Unless someone stops me.
Do it. Galatea's like,
Okay, I'm doing it.
Okay, you do it.
What are you waiting for?
And the door
is
unlocked. You hear a click, the tumblers that turn, and you hear the door and it's locked. Clunk. And it appears the door is now unlocked.
Nice. Why did you get the... you know what? Never mind. Open the door.
So you're going to step in, Moira? You're the one at the door with the key?
I would open the door, get on the floor, and do the dinosaur.
That's what we do. We do that.
I open the door.
You open the door. Perfect. Would you like to step beyond the door into the tower?
I would like to step inside, yes.
Go for it.
No way we're leaving our mouse to go in alone, so I guess I follow too.
Yeah, I step in.
Do I? It's only stairs. Tisvin, get off my token.
Okay, so as you
God.
as you come into this, who's opening and closing the door constantly?
That's me. I'm trying to get in.
You're in now. There you go. Everyone's opening and closing the door.
I was trying to use the arrow keys, but it wasn't working. So I was like, "Oh, okay, I have to drag the thing." Oh no, wait, it does work now.
All right, let me get Kane in there as well because I've just realised that they're outside still. There we go.
Did I do it wrong?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna try switching back to the PC real quick.
Okay, no worries. Okay, all right. So, okay. So as you enter the tower, there is a stairway that leads you. Very shallow. It's not actually very tall stairway. It just takes you up maybe like a foot. But it bends round. There's a sort of an entrance as you come into this room. But as you come in, you find yourself in a hallway, a great hall that basically takes up the whole circumference of this tower itself. When you walk in here, the floor. Oh, actually, you know what? I think you are on the wrong floor. 1 second. I'm just going to use Tisvin to. No, that's the wrong one.
I'm being possessed.
Sorry, I'm just trying to move you around because I feel like this is the wrong floor. That's me opening the door now. Okay, I think Let me just look at the les here because I think we're on the wrong. Oh, okay. Maybe I've done that. I think I may have got that floor wrong. Okay, so I'll just give you this. I'll give you this explanation because I think we've moved you up to the first floor. Oh God, I'm moving the layers now. I think I've moved you up to the first floor from the ground floor. So imagine you haven't got to this point first. So when you first step into the tree, through the door, the room they enter, the floor feels alive with thick twisting roots that line the wall and floor. The roots themselves form like natural archways and create a passageway that goes deeper into the tree itself. There are bioluminescent moss that emits a sort of a faint greenish light, and it provides a small amount of illumination as you walk through. There are in here as well. There are intricate carvings of fawns and goatkin, which continue on the walls, very similar to outside around the doorway. And though these carvings seem like very vibrant and lifelike, the carvings seem very vibrant and lifelike. Let me just read ahead here because I'm just making sure that I'm reading the right part here. Yeah. Okay, we'll breeze past this one because I feel like I may have forgotten to put this part on the map. We'll go past this point. So essentially, when you come in, roots. You're at the very base of this tree. There's roots. There's bialism at bits and pieces, but there is an archway within the roots, and you go through it, and there's a stairway that takes you up essentially to the floor that you are currently on. So that's how you get into this room. So this room that you're currently in, this floor is decorated of the tree is decorated as if it is there is a grand feast being held. There are long wooden tables set with strange fruits and drink, these drinks sort of line the walls. As you step in from the stairway, you suddenly are aware of very obviously illusions or almost like memories almost. There are illusions of these sort of fauns and goatkin who are, you can see, sort of dancing and playing instruments and seem to be in a sort of an endless celebration. The air itself smells sweet with wine, and there is soft music just gently on the air that you can hear sort of echoing around the room. Though the source of the music, you're not really sure where it's coming from. Dominating this room, you can see on the back wall of this room, there is a large painting of what looks like an elven woman dressed in finery.
Well, I want to see the painting.
Yeah, Sisven was also gonna go straight to the painting, look at it.
Awesome. I just realised there's no audio here. Let me let me put some music in the background 1 second.
I'm just waiting for people to move so we can get up the stairs.
It's not quite. This is carousel music, which is for the other one that we were playing before, but it'll do for the moment.
Oh my.
Revelry is being had. But yes, as you run, there's basically a feast hall here. There's these sort of ghostly spirits that don't seem to like interact with you, and they don't seem, you can't interact with them, but they sort of run around as if there was some sort of party here, whether they're ghosts, spirits, illusions, memories, you don't know. But that wasn't a very short one. That's not good. Where's the general?
Technology today is pretty helpful, isn't it?
It is. This isn't. All right, we'll just have this for the moment because it's something in the background at least anyway. So yeah, you enter into this room, and Tisvan and Galate, you head towards the painting. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, yes. So as you get closer to the painting, you see, yes, there is this elven woman, beautiful elven woman, wearing beautiful robes. She has a crown on her head. Her features very delicate, and she seems to be smiling and very happy. And in the background of this painting, you see what looks like a tall castle of some sort sitting behind her. The painting itself radiates of love and warmth for what looks to be some kind of, perhaps a queen, a princess.
Are there any inscriptions or anything?
There are. There is a inscription at the bottom of the frame that says, "The flame that burns eternal."
The flame.
The flame. Yep. The flame that burns eternal.
And was there a flame on the painting? Did I miss that?
There doesn't seem to be, no. Doesn't seem to be a flame that you can see.
Okay.
She I'll just say that she has I'm just looking here for my description. I don't know if I can't find it at the moment. I believe she's got she has like sort of pale skin. She's very beautiful, and she's got actually maybe it's in the original bit of text. Let me have a quick look. Sorry, bear with me 1 second.
Am I coming through okay now, guys?
Oh, very faint.
Yep.
I've got a third-party app now that might help boost the volume
Can't hear you.
Now we
at
can't
all.
hear you at all. I'm going to turn your volume back up again.
Yeah. Hold
Yeah, I
on.
can hear you again now. There we go.
Okay, I'm gonna go turn the decibels up on my mic and see if that helps. I've got an app now.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying.
Also, Faye, I swear I've heard this music in Diablo. I'm not entirely sure, but
Oh, I don't know.
swear.
Maybe.
I'm having flashbacks, just going. I know I've heard this in Diablo at some point, but where?
Is it? Oh, right, here we go. Yeah. So she's got this pale skin, beautiful, and she has shimmering violet hair. And give me a those of you that are looking at the painting, give me a history check, perhaps. Maybe a good one.
Oh, that was a whole thing.
Oh, nice. Well, the -1, but it's at 19 nonetheless, so that's very good. Yes, so as you look at this painting, Tisfan, and you note this sort of like this, the look of this figure, you imagine from the information that you've gathered since you've been here about a princess and all the rest of it, you think back to the tale that you were told back in the carnival, and I think you may have been reminded of it since by Mary as well. But the description of a beautiful Fey princess with shimmering violet hair reminds you of the story that you were told of the love between a Fey and a human, a mortal, which you were told about at the, by what's her face? What's her name? I can't remember now. Madam.
Duchess Morwen Daggerford?
No, it wasn't the Duchess. It was. God, I can't remember her name. It's been a while. Let me see if I can find her name in here.
You're talking about the goat lady who had
Mary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think what her name is now.
No, I can't either. Dang it.
Hang on, I've got it here somewhere.
Katrina?
Madam Katrina, that's it. Yes, Madam Katrina.
okay.
Well done. Yes, Madam Katrina. She was the one who first told you about the story, and you remember now that there was this story of a mortal man who fell in love with a princess of the Fey, who essentially they fell in love. They were denied being together by the Lords of the Fey, and they married in secret. However, they were found out. The mortal was sent back to the mortal plane and cursed never to be able to find the entrance of the Feywild again. And the princess was sealed away in a part of the Feywild. And yes, as you look upon the face of this figure and the what you've been told since you've been here, you would probably make an educated guess that this is the princess.
How would Tisfan phrase that?
I feel like that you may have been told the name of the princess as well, but I can't remember if you have been.
Yeah, we have a couple of times, but I find it really hard to remember because I can't see the spelling, and I remember the spelling being.
Yeah. It's Princess Yelfia Ebrathran.
That's why I can't remember.
Yeah.
Could you write it down somewhere? Because I never managed.
I will copy paste it into chat so you can see it.
We need Faye to update that NPC list.
Yeah, I do. I know. I haven't done it for a while.
I keep looking at it and I'm like, I'm sure
we've known loads of people since this point.
Yeah, you have some homework for next session.
I know. I've got lots of homework. All right. Yes, Princess Yelfia Ibrathran. So yes, this that you would say that this is who you believe that is.
I would assume that this is that Yelfia bitch.
You just had to throw that in.
Oh,
Such a
the
weird-
princess? Oh. Oh. Yeah. But this doesn't make any sense. This is before, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. I think we should move along upwards.
Yeah.
Since from what you told us of the inscriptions, and this seems to be a party, a feast, then the story might progress the further up we get.
Is there anything else of interest in the room?
Give me a perception check.
23.
Nice. So as you look around the hall that you're in here, you notice that the table is filled with delicious looking food. There are hams, there are fruits, there are delicacies on there. There is wine. There are barrels of wine. There are bottles of wine everywhere. There is freshly baked breads, all laid out, all that smell amazing, all prepared, all waiting on this table for revelers to enjoy. And you see these spirits, these goat and fawn folk, and they some are sitting at the chairs and they seem to be drinking cups. They're not lifting. They're also like almost like ghosts or spirits and stuff that you see there. They're not actually picking up any of the cups, but they seem to be doing it. They seem to be enjoying themselves. Some are. There are some young fawns who chase each other around the table at the far end. There are a few who seem to be drunk and laughing and sitting on the floor. And as you sort of look at them, they sort of fade away, and then you see them again somewhere else drinking and eating bread.
I look at the table suspiciously.
You look at the table and it's filled with wine, food of all sorts, and it smells amazing.
Does that food on the table? There's food on the table, right?
As far as I can see, yes. I don't trust it though.
It smells really good though.
I know, but since it's obviously connected to the princess, I'm not gonna touch it, and I would suggest no one else does either.
Okay, gonna sort of edge around the table and try and not drool too much, and then then talk to the others about it. We don't trust the food, right?
No.
Is there any real trust in the Feywild compared to the mortal world? Okay, that's actually a dumb question. It's our logic in the Feywild don't really work, but there's not always we can trust the people in either places either way. So never mind my comment.
I mean, we've had both good and bad experiences, but we should just keep looking, right? Right. Okay.
Yeah, that was my vote. Let's go.
Well, can we go to further up?
Yep.
Lacks permission.
Lacks permission?
I'm colliding with walls.
Yeah, the attempted movement collides with at least
Just gonna go
at least one wall. I am surrounded by wall.
I can go in. Just use your arrow keys.
Huh?
Oh, this looks like a bunch of roots.
All right. Let me see if I can grab the others. Don't go too far, please.
Yeah, what are you doing?
We're being risky.
Risky for the biscuit.
Okay. So, as you ascend the stairs, I'm just trying to find some other music, but I don't think I've got any ready. As you ascend these stairs and going up to the next floor, the tower begins to shift from celebration to more stillness. The carvings on the floor, as you ascend, and on the walls, become less bold, and the revelers look to be almost hiding in secret, whispering. The air is still, and it's almost oppressively, but the sounds of silence dominate this room. No music, no whispers, just a faint, low hum. The walls of the tree grow closer together here, and small patches of ash appear along the ground.
Galatea looks more nervous and waves a little hand over their head, accidentally bumping into the floaty ponytail that they forget is there now, and casts Mage Armor on themselves.
Okay.
Seeing Galatea do that, Tisvan will pull out his glaive again, hold it at the ready, while moving a bit further in.
Oh, this is so sad. Galatea will follow a little bit behind.
Amros is following as well, but staying not directly behind Tisman, but 5 feet space between them, because he's better at ranged.
I made an error in judgment and accidentally merged with Moira.
Well, I can't. I still can't move.
Oh.
That's weird.
The attempt at movement collides with at least one wall.
I'll move you for the moment then.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, cannot move.
All right. So, as you move through this room, the as I say, this is a much more somber place. There are the spirits, memories, ghosts, whatever they are that that had been merry before seem somber and sad and linger in the areas here. All sense of amusement and partying have dissipated at this point. Tisvan, as you are over there, give me actually, as you go around that corner there, you come to sort of like a dead end within these roots. However, face down on the floor, you see what looks like some sort of like a painting, the back of a painting or a frame, hidden or stuffed in underneath these roots.
Tisvan will attempt to dig it out.
Yep, yeah, it's fairly easy. It's not too far in there that it's being caught, so you can pull it out and
have a little look.
When you turn it over, there actually before you turn it over, you notice that written on the back, the words "balance restored when both met or meet." Balance restored. Balance restored when balance restored when both meet.
Kane is very excited.
Kane's pushing past one. He's like, "What?"
And as you turn it over, you see a picture that depicts an elven woman and a human man embracing together.
Tisvan will bring the painting back towards the rest of the group.
What's that, Fey?
As you take the picture and start moving back, you notice two shadow-like figures emerge from the sides of the tree and slowly start drifting towards your party.
No, thank you. Back up. Ah.
This one won't touch them, but yeah, he has his glaive in one hand and the painting in the other. Well, he still keeps moving towards the party.
And these shadowy like figures are different from the other spirits you've seen. These are these are the ones you saw were kind of like, they looked like fauns and satyrs and things like that. These are more amorphous, and whereas the others were sort of like lighter, sort of almost like smoke, these are dark, almost like shadows that float in the room, and they slowly seem to be drifting towards you.
Let's get out.
Agreed.
This one will
Where?
put the painting down.
Mora starts waving her hands like, "Mm-mm, mm-mm." And then just kind of like this is very difficult.
These shadows, when you put the painting down, they seem to they linger, but they stop moving towards you.
What's on the painting?
It's the princess, or well, I assume it's the princess.
It seems similar to the picture you saw downstairs.
It's the princess and a mortal man hugging. On the back it said, "Balance is restored when the..." What was it? When both meet. When both meet.
Can you hold it up so we can see?
The creatures stopped moving when I put it down. I think if I pick it up again, they will keep moving towards us, and I do not think that is something we want.
I might have an idea. Kane, do you care to give me a hand carrying a thing?
Yeah, of course.
Moira waves her arms like as if she's running.
It is picture up though, so you can come over here and look at it.
Moira waves arm as in like points at painting, points at Tisven. Run.
I think she says to take it and run.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm thinking, what if we bring the other painting? The one in the other room up?
Did we try removing that one?
You didn't try moving that one. That was a very large painting that was on the wall. This is more of a manageable sort of like square framed one. It's a smaller painting. The one downstairs would probably be a bit unwieldy, whether you'd get it up the stairs.
Is that big of a difference?
Yeah, it's a big picture, like floor to ceiling kind of.
I thought it was maybe, human-sized picture. I didn't think it was that big.
No, it was a pretty big. It was sort of dominating the room, like in this hall. Whereas this is a smaller. It's still a good size, but it's not anywhere near as big as the other one.
I appreciate the compliment, Amaros, but I don't think that I'm even strong enough to lift that.
Okay, quick peek. Just take in as much detail as you can. We need to remember these people.
Can I, without touching the painting, look closer at the human male, try to get any details about how he looks?
Yes. Let me see if I can find the details here as well, because
Moira would also like to take a closer look, if only I could be standing right by the painting.
I'll just move you here for you. There you are.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Oh, that was right there. I could not see that one. Oh,
I'll just move you there.
I only saw this one. I did not see that one. Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit close quarters in here with the space, because these roots and things that are branches that grow out from the walls are taking up a fair amount of space. But yeah, these shadows sort of now linger, just in place, but they don't seem to be moving or interacting with you. They stopped coming towards Tisfan when he put the picture down.
Okay, I'll say Moira did not see the closer one, so Moira just kind of grumpily walks over there, sees the other one, just kind of, and then like carefully tippy toe closer, and then stare at painting.
So yeah, I can't find the description I had before, because it was a while ago that I'd written it, so I'll have to find it. But the figure is a handsome man, dark hair. Moira, now that you're here and you're looking at the page, give me a history check. Oh, not check. Skill check.
Ooh.
Natural one.
I would like to use my inspiration.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Yes, use it, please. That's a bit better. 13. That's all right. Yeah. So when you look at the figure here, and you can't be 100% sure. But when you were in Daggerford and you were, I believe you went to. Did you go to the cathedral?
It was a library.
You went to the library. Oh yeah, it was at the library. The big library was at the cathedral. I think that was where it was, or with the church. It was there. I think you may be the only person who may have seen this, but essentially, with the story of this the Fey princess and the mortal being together, there was a I can't remember now off the top of my head what it was. Now that you were looking for something, you got some information. I can't remember what it is now. It's such a long time ago, unfortunately.
Let me see if I can.
I don't know if you have a note about it. I'm trying to think what it was. I'd have to go back and listen to the recording now. But essentially, I feel like you were given some information.
I have some notes.
Okay. Have a look back and see if you got it there, because I can't remember. I've got it all written here. It's just I've got so much written down. I'm struggling now to find it today. But I think.
Okay. I mean, Moira would have this written in her diary, because that is how we roll. Do I just read it? I have a paragraph written.
I can't. I mean, you can message me if there's any questions you want, or something, information you want to divulge, and I can tell if that's what it was I was thinking of. If you want to keep it a secret.
I'm just trying to figure out how to go about this. I'll do.
Does Moira have a diary page of this?
That is what the people at the temple
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So I would say, based on that information that you've got there, that's right. So the item that is mentioned there, which I think was, that was what it was told you. That was its color. That when you look at this figure, with the details there, the what this person looks like, it could be any sort of human. You're not exactly sure, but when you see this, you kind of remember this from what you were told back in Daggerford, and it sort of sparks a memory with you, and you believe this might be the same person.
Ooh. I dig out my diary. Go all the way back. I basically like point at that section in the diary.
Okay.
and then point at the painting, specifically at the man, and then back at the snippet at the paragraph.
All right. So if you're going to show them, then you might as well tell them what it says.
Okay. Oh, right.
We all lean in.
Sorry. Basically,
the shadows lean in as well.
Oh God. Basically, the paragraph says, ring that was once owned by a resident of Daggerford from hundreds of years ago, connected to the Feywild. The man was engaged to a Fey creature, perhaps a princess. They were banished from Feywild. Daggerford celebrates the Fairing Festival, traditional fest for children to lure the Fey creatures out. Also refers to love. Festival happening in a couple of days. For the 800th anniversary of the story, the Duchess has something big planned. The man from the story is perhaps related to the Duchess, and the man was buried with the ring.
Oh.
And the
ring is cobalt.
Yes.
So
you'll see in this
ring.
Cobalt ring, yeah, and cobalt is blue if you're not aware.
Yes,
so the man in the picture has this this blue ring that you see.
And where was he buried?
I think it probably would say would probably have told this to you at the time, but he was buried in Daggerford. There was a crypt that he was buried.
Oh, good. So that's great.
Because essentially, in the story, he was that is the whole essence of the festival they have. This mortal man who was cast out of the Feywild, cursed never to be able to go back. He searched for the rest of his life, but never found his way back, and died, and was buried in Daggerford. And the festival is essentially that you attended the carnival for, is basically an annual celebration where more so the children are getting involved with this, but they are basically trying to summon the spirits of the Fey, who will obviously need to travel from the Feywild to the mortal plane to for the sound of the bells, I think they were ringing, to lure them in. And the idea is that they do this every year to try and open a portal to the or trick a Fey spirit into opening the portal, so that the spirit of this man can be reunited with the Fey that he loved.
Well, fuck. How are we supposed to do that? Okay, but for now, What do we do about this tree and these things? I can't just leave it like this.
Let's see if we can move further up. See if there's any more stairs. But nobody touched the painting.
Nobody touched the painting. Nobody touched the things.
Moira visibly like, aw.
Stop touching things.
Tisvan will grab Moira and drag her with him.
That's probably for the best.
Hey, I can move myself. Yay!
You can't. You're being dragged.
Well, like I
The
met my toe, but okay.
the shadows don't follow you, and as you leave the area, they slowly fade into nothingness.
Okay.
They just stay there staring at Kane.
Only Kane is left to defeat them. And
Okay.
yes, as you traverse this sort of little maze of roots and things, you find another staircase made of an ashen wood.
I get to the top of the stairs. What can I see?
You see another room beyond. Let's just make sure
Like
everyone's.
one room.
You can't get up there?
Nope.
Yeah.
There we are.
Are you in? There you go.
Yes, thank you.
Better grab Kane as
I
well.
can get up.
Yeah, Kane's up there too.
Oh, this looks
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So at the top, close this error message. There we go. All right. So as you come to the top of the stairs, Galatea, as you ascend the stairs, the bark here transitions to a grey ash. The walls seem charred, and the carvings have all but faded away, leaving behind scorched figures on the walls. Ash floats in the air like slow falling snow, and heat emanates from the walls. The room feels like it is slowly burning from within, from outside, though you see no flames. The floor, you notice, has cracks, and through them a faint violet light pulses from the level that's a level above. Sorry, so those lights that you can see on the map there, they are above you. So there's a faint violet light pulses from the level above. On the far wall, where we say a faint violet patch. Yes, there's a patch on the far wall that has the sort of outline of where maybe a painting may have once hung, but it now stands empty.
And we can see fine in here. It's not like, dark or anything.
It's lower light in here, but you can still see. Sorry, here's the that's where the shape is, the pattern on the floor.
Yeah. Can I carefully try and step onto the floor?
Yeah, sure.
Does it feel okay?
Yeah. No, the floor feels solid. It's just that there is this ash. There's this sort of this sense of heat from the walls, and you see this ash and this sort of like ash sort of floating in the air and piled up around the floor in places, and the wood here and the figures that you'd seen as you'd been coming through this, that sort of carved on the wall, are almost like sort of soot stains or burnt marks now. There are no faces, there are no bodies. They're just sort of like almost like a silhouette of what a creature that may have been there.
Galatea holds their breath. And gestures for the others to come along. Is there anything else in the room, or
give me as you walk over these stairs past the that sort of mark on the floor where the painting is, just give me a perception check. Oh, that's very good.
Ooh. 23 again.
Okay, Tisvan, you don't see anything. You're busy looking around, just keeping an eye on the place as you go through. But Galatea, as you pass that space where that looks like something, possibly a painting would have stood, you do see there are some marks made of ash on the floor there, and as you sort of kneel down to inspect them, you see it's writing. It's hard to make up, but you see that it says, "The shadow cast by its light."
I say this out loud to the others. I think it says the shadows cast by its light. What did the others say? Oh no.
As you kneel down and you look at these words, probably you, Tisman, as you've been looking around as well, you see these sort of shadowy figures. They once again appear in the room around you. These creatures look slightly different from the ones that were on the floor below. They are shadows, but you see these sort of burning embers that sort of drift off of them. And where they hover, you see the floor cracks begin to sort of form in that floor, and you feel sort of the heat sort of rising from these cracks, and they sort of drift in the room slowly, but definitely drawn towards your party.
Amros is gonna cast up Control Flame and hold it in. So I'm just going, stay the fuck back.
Okay, so what does this Control Flame allow you to do? I presume by the name I can guess, but...
It allows me to... Well, I can...
Non-magical.
Huh?
You choose a non-magical flame.
Alright, it's a non-magical flame. I can just use that. God damn it.
There are no flames either. These are embers that are emanating, and this heat that you can feel, but there are no flames.
Yeah, I forgot. I keep thinking that Control Flame means that I can manifest a flame to hold in my hand. That's why I keep messing up.
That's
like,
all right.
the visual is in my head, but it doesn't work that way. Damn it.
I think there's a cantrip,
So never mind.
There's a cantrip called
I have to rethink my strategy.
bonfire or something, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's might be what you're thinking of. That lets you create a flame.
Best cantrip ever.
But yes, these figures that now emit this sort of these sparks of embers and things slowly are drawn towards, just sort of float towards your party.
We're not getting past these. Don't touch them. Try and get them. And Galatea will cast a ray of frost.
Okay. Which one?
This one.
Okay, go for it.
I think it's ray of frost. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, 17 does hit, yes.
Oh my god, I hit. Oh, a 7.
Oh, very good. 7 points of
Nice.
damage. So you send your ray of frost out to this thing, and this sort of shadowy figure, you see it pierce a hole through this this shadow, this immaterial kind of ghostly like figure, and it sort of rips a hole through the center of it, and for a moment you see it sort of start to dissipate there, but then it seems to recongeal again and become this the shadow once again, somewhat diminished in size though. So you definitely did some damage to it, but it was not enough to dissipate it. And I think with that we will have to enter combat.
Oh.
Galatea says, I'm sorry, backs up.
Okay, right, let me remember how to do this. Is this
Well,
working?
I wanted to say let the sparks fly, but they are the ones providing sparks today.
They are, yes. Right, let me remember what I'm doing with this. Okay, utility, roll initiative, there we go.
Right.
Yikes.
What is happening?
Oh, no.
Okay, is that everyone? Yeah.
You may have to roll for me. If
I have. You're at the very bottom. You got to. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
No worries. Okay. Let's see. Now I need to change this and
14 being the highest initiative in our party, that is awful.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yes, the fact that only 2 of the party members managed to roll over 10 is awful. Actually, over 5 is awful.
Mm-hmm. It's the team less than 5.
It should be less than 3.
No, I'm a 4.
okay. We're going to begin combat. And first into combat is this shadow over here. All right. So before the rest of you can react, this shadowy figure drifts towards. What's his speed? Before we go, goes quite a long way. He is going to drift in this direction because he's coming towards you, but he will stop at this point and he will reach out towards you, Amaros. And let's take this. Well, does an 8 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
It does not. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, that's the end of hits go. So we move on to Tisvan.
Tisvan takes a step forward and attempts to hit that one with his glaive.
Go for it.
$10.
Unfortunately, that is not quite enough to hit it once. You swing your glaive around, but the wispy nature of this creature allows it to avoid your attack.
All right. Then I am. Well, let's see if this can work. Let me just read this quickly. Yeah, okay. I am. No, that's an action. Okay, I can't do that. Never mind. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right, Galatea.
Oh, panic. I'm gonna try ice knife on the one that just attacked.
Okay, go for it.
Oh wait, no, it has to be the one over there. 14.
14, yeah, that hits.
On a hit, target takes Damage.
Jeez.
Oh, holy shit.
22.
Damn.
What?
It says, so what, you did this, or is it, on a hit, it takes 1d10 piercing damage. So what did you roll then?
Hit or miss, the shard then explodes, and the target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on
A
a
dexterity saving throw. So first of all, so when you
damage, yeah.
so when you hit, then you do the 1d10, and then I have to roll for the dexterity to see if you get the other 2d6.
Yeah, I mean, it rolled all of it in one go. I didn't have any control of that.
Okay, no worries.
You
All
can
right.
split it up to see what
Yeah,
it is.
so
So 10 damage for now.
Yes, so
So
you.
the 1d10 was a 10.
Yes, so you get the 10 on
It
that
was
one,
max damage.
which in fact it doesn't matter because 10 is enough to destroy this thing. So it goes down. You hit it with this ice knife, shears through this creature, and the frost emanates up, engulfing its entire smoky, shadowy body, and it basically just disappears into nothing, and then the ice knife explodes. But luckily, nobody else is within 5 feet, and so it does not harm anyone else. But yeah,
Shit, it worked.
yeah.
You see, it worked.
Well done.
Very cool. I love ice knife.
One
It's a
down,
good spell.
one to go.
Yeah, it's a tricky one to have in this party because we're all always very close up.
I had a wizard that used to have it, but he didn't really care about who was close, so
I
he
see.
just like
See,
flinging
that's what I
ice
should
daggers
do.
everywhere.
I did not care.
Also, it's good because you only need the only component is like water, so you have like a little gourd. You just drop a little drip of water on your finger and then ice knife.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think that's all.
Okay. Now is the other shadows. Actually, no, that shadow is dead, so it doesn't go to that one. Moira,
Well,
we've lost our little tracker thingy at the top. I've just realised. I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah, I was about to do that. I don't see the track.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it got it didn't update or something. I'll have to look for that for next time. Oh, add it to the list of all the things I've got to do for next time.
I really quickly need to double check. Blah blah blah. Okay, I am gonna do the thing that
Do it.
that didn't really work previously. I do not like how close I am. So I am going to move away.
You will take an attack of opportunity if you do such.
And I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna use nimble dodge to use my reaction to make it disadvantage.
Okay, no worries. All right, so it's got disadvantage on this.
This didn't.
I've just done a normal one. Sorry, ignore this roll, which wouldn't have been enough anyway. So I'll roll it again, but I'll do it at disadvantage. Which was a 7 anyway, which is exactly the same.
Okay.
So 11 does not hit you, so you're all good.
Irony.
Wait. Okay. Is there anything that I can use with my slingshot?
There's lots of ash everywhere. So you can try and shoot it with some ash. Unless you have anything on you that you can use. You've got a small library of books that you picked up that you could throw.
Do it.
How dare you
Do it now.
thing?
Throw the books at him.
Could
Defeat them with knowledge.
I don't know. Do I have somewhere at the bottom of my pocket a random rock?
I don't know. Do you carry random rocks with you normally?
Not really,
No?
but like,
I mean, if you've got any coins that you could use as a ammo, because your coins aren't of any value here.
We have not exactly used any of our physical, actual money.
Yeah.
So I do
Oh, no.
have my gold coins.
Yeah, you make them into what was it called?
Can I use a gold coin for ammo?
Go for it. Yeah, we'll say you put a gold coin in there. You can use that as a projectile, like a stone.
Yay!
Go for it.
Yay! Hold on. How does this work? Sling.
It's fantastic.
11.
Oh, it's not quite enough, unfortunately, and so you fire your gold coin and it goes ting, ting,
Wait a
ting,
minute.
ting, ting,
Hold on.
and there's a
hold
gold coin
That
on the
looks
floor.
Weird. That looks a little weird. According to D&D Beyond, my sling is +5.
Is it? Okay. Have a look.
What's your dex modifier, Hoyer?
You got a +3 to
3.
Dex. So yeah,
Plus
where's?
proficiency.
But you got a. Why's it got -1 +2? Hang on.
For according to Foundry, it's the sling is strength based.
I think Foundry might be using the new 2024 rules.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I was afraid of that when I was doing importing and stuff. I don't know if it was going to bring in. 1 second. I mean, it's a ranged weapon, so it should be dexterity like every other range. I can understand why they may have changed it to strength because obviously you're pulling it back, but I'm not moving on to the new version of the rules. We're still using the. Well, what? Hang on, what was the roll you got? You got.
we can
10
just add
plus
You got
5.
10 plus 5, so it would have been enough. So yeah, that's good. No, you don't have to re-roll. We'll just add it on ourselves. We'll do it manually.
Okay.
So yes, the gold coin
doing
goes flying
live.
through, and it slams into this shadow-like creature. Roll your damage for coin.
I'm not using that. Hold on. Ah. Did it do anything? No. Heck.
So it's a 1d4.
Yeah, I tried to do it through D&D Beyond, but didn't work. Because it's gonna be -1 on the damage
But it should be
via
plus
Foundry.
3.
Yeah, it should be +3.
So just roll 1d4 and then add plus 3.
Yay.
You can write it in text as well.
Cool.
That is 4.
Awesome. So you get 4 points of damage as your coin flies through the air, slamming into this shadow. You see a small coin-shaped hole for a moment in the shadowy figure before it kind of closes up and reconstitutes itself again. It did a little bit of damage. Yeah, that's right. As Trap says, yeah, thrown weapons require strength, but ammo-based weapons, sling bows, crossbows, are all dexterity. So, yes. All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
No. Okie dokie. All right, we move on to Amros.
Well, you have ambers. Why don't you try my sparks? And Amros will form these kind of well, imagine someone trying to claw with his hand, and as he does, lightning like coils around his right arm, forming these like hard to make out dragon claws as he casts Shocking Grasp.
Perfect. So you
Latia eyes him suspiciously.
so you reach out and you put your hand upon this, or try to put your hand into this
19.
Shadow figure. 19 is definitely enough to hit. Yes.
Ooh, max damage on an 8.
Oh, nice. 8 points. All right. Oh, hang on a minute. What am I? Oh, did I? Have I taken the health of somebody else? Oh, Moira, I may have taken the.
Oh.
I think I took those damage off of you. I think I was clicked on you by mistake. So let me just take that off again. So it was 5 points of damage. Did you do?
8.
No, Moira.
She
sorry.
did 4. I did 8.
4.
So that's
Okay.
a total of 12.
Okay, and you did 8. Perfect. All right. Okay. So yeah, so it actually did a bit more damage than I thought, Moira, because I was looking at you. I was on your health pool, but I've corrected that now. Okay. Perfect. So after that, you shocking grasp. You reach in and cast this spell through the creature. Although you can't feel much resistance to this shadow, by putting your hand through it and you cast this spell, you rack it. You see it kind of the embers flurry for a moment as their body starts to sort of break apart. It's still alive, but it seems to be heavily damaged and looking a lot more like that. More of its body is dissipated.
Yes, and the way I understand Shocking Grasp is that they can't do opportunity attacks for that turn, correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah, on a hit, the target takes 1d8 damage, and it can't make opportunity attacks until the start of its next turn. Yes. So you could move away, and it can't make an opportunity. But
Yeah,
I think
that
it's
was
already
my
used its
goal,
opportunity
is-
anyway.
Huh?
It's already used its opportunity attack anyway because it did it on Moira. So,
Oh,
but
yeah, I
yes,
forgot
that's
that.
how it works.
Well, either way, that was what I was gonna do anyway, but
Cool.
Ambrose will retreat past Tisven to the stairs at this point.
Yes.
And that will be the end of my turn, because I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay, perfect. All right. And we come to Kane. It's your turn.
I'll be honest with you, seeing how quickly because the first one's down, right?
Yep.
The one-
Yep, there's just this last one, which is looking very damaged.
Yeah, seeing kind of how easily we managed to deal with them, Kane is a little bit worried that they have maybe resistance to conventional weapons, because I think it was the ice knife that finished that one off, wasn't it?
Hmm.
I think he's actually going to, and I think I have it prepared at the moment. He's going to cast magic weapon. Is it magic weapon or the one that summons a weapon?
Spiritual weapon?
Spiritual weapon. Thank you.
Yep,
Yeah.
spiritual weapon.
I think I have that prepared.
Yeah,
Magic
you have.
weapon just
Yeah, you have it prepared.
makes the weapon magical. I've got that.
Awesome. Yeah. I don't think I have actual magic weapon, the spell, so I'm going to go with spiritual weapon. I'm going to summon. Oh, what kind of weapon would Argentile wield? Something.
Bolas weapon. Bolas weapon.
Something balanced.
Something balanced. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Double-edged axe or something.
Yeah, or maybe like a
Hammer.
double-ended blade. That would be cool, actually. Yeah, like a spear, but it's like
Like a twin blade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what Kane summons essentially.
Okay.
Next thing.
And where I presume you want it between you and the creature?
No, behind the creature. Why not be dramatic?
Behind the creature? Okay. All right. So you cast this, and this spiritual weapon appears behind the creature, and you should be able to see it's just floating there at the moment.
Okay, so when you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. I would like to do that, please.
Okay, go for it.
I don't think it will let me.
Oh, okay. All right. So, on a hit, it takes force damage, 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. All right, let's just roll a dice to see if it hits. Does it use your modifier for hitting?
my spell attack modifier. Let me see. A melee spell attack. So I'm guessing, yeah, my spell attack bonus.
Just trying to look for it on here. Where is your spell bonus? Spell DC attack +4. Okay. Can I? Well, it doesn't seem to have a. I'm just going to roll a d20 and add the 4 to it because I can't find the thing at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 13. So yes, you hit. It
Okay,
hit.
fantastic. So it is a
1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier,
Yeah.
which is 2. So let's
Lovely.
roll a d8. +2. Which is 6. And that is enough. And as your twin blade comes down, it slices through this shadow, ripping it in twain, and you just see it just dissipate. And the embers just flitter out and dissipate. The cracks in the floor that where these two creatures stood, reseal, and the heat that was emanating from them dissipates as well. And that is the end of combat.
Perhaps to really reveal the depths of the princess's corruption of this place, we must vanquish these things first.
I think we do.
How long does your spiritual weapon last?
1 minute, I believe.
Oh, okay. So, all right.
We can start jogging downstairs if you guys want to continue having it tell.
Keep going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's upstairs.
Oh, we don't want to fight the ones downstairs.
Well, can go up and then down.
Not if we
Okay,
can avoid it.
So where you went over to Amoros, there is another stairwell that goes up again. This exit is sort of defined by burning roots that lead upwards to that comes to a sort of a hatch at the top of the stairwell.
I guess I'll take the lead this time.
While we walk up the steps, I'm gonna reach into my bag and then find a little pouch and then pour half of the contents of the pouch into Moira's hand and give her 10 sling bullets.
Oh!
Yay!
Yes, arm the mouse.
I need these.
She, Moira nods in thank you and puts them in her pocket.
No problem.
Oh.
Okay. Are you already able to come up, Galatea? Are you right? Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so Amoros, as you go up these sort of burning steps and carry on as up to this hatchway, you come into another room, and this one is very different from the feeling that you had down below. This floor is quieter and feels heavier than those below. The air is filled with a feeling of sorrow, as though something sacred has been lost. In the center, there is a circular platform, and it rests. A circular platform rests in the center of the room, covered in blackened carvings that seem ancient and worn. At the platform's edges, statues of fawn and goatkin kneeling in mourning poses. Their once celebrity form that you'd seen on the lower floor, now bent in sadness. The violet light from above through the cracks you see grows stronger here, casting long shadows across this room. in the center of the circular platform, in the middle of the room, you see the remains of a broken statue.
What the heck have they done here? Come from a ritual? And Amros is slowly gonna approach it, being as observant as he can about anything, specifically the both the ritual ring, wherever you want to call it, as well as the statues themselves.
Sure. Okay. Well, yeah. Do you want to give me a perception check?
Yes, please.
That's a natural one for a 2. Yeah. So as you're stepping forward, you don't really notice anything. You're trying to take everything in at the same time, and but you're not seeing like anything particularly stand out. As you're looking around with a natural one, as you're looking around and you're stepping and looking, focusing on the runes and that as well, you accidentally step on one of these little statues that are on the steps, that of a fairy or a sprite, and it topples and shatters on the floor by your side.
Shit. Sorry. I guess this place gives me some bad vibes because I'm struggling to focus.
Oh. It's okay. Can we tell what's happened? Is the statue in pieces?
Yeah, you're going over to the statue to have a look at it?
Yeah, just sort of going around here.
Okay. Whenever I ask, are you doing this? Why is he asking that? No, I'm not doing anything like that. No. Whatever you say I'm doing, no. Not that, but something similar that doesn't get me into trouble.
I want to go over here.
Okay, cool.
Can I see it?
So as you sort of gather around, you see at the top of these sort of like there's only a few steps. It's not particularly tall, but there you see a broken statue in the center of this this area. The runes and things that are around the center there are sort of blackened, as I said. If you want to give me a perception check, you can have a little look if you can gain any more information.
Let's all have a look.
I was about to ask if I could assist, even though, well,
you've already rolled, so you've already.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Perception, right?
Yeah.
7.
7.
Oh, it's an 11.
Oh, natural 20 from Tisfin for a 22.
22. There was the balance, I guess.
Balance.
So so with your 7 or 11 even, sorry, you notice, you see that this is these figures standing around the bottom. They are different Fey creatures that are all mourning and all in very sadness, looking towards this central figure. The broken figure that is in the center, there isn't much left of it. You see sort of what remains of these sandaled feet, and that's kind of all that is left of whatever this statue was. It looks like perhaps it was a female figure from the feet, a dainty. Tisfin, with your 22, you look at the runes that are around the floor. They are smudged and they are and sort of worn. But they do. Do you have any Arcana? You got a -1 to Arcana. Okay. But you got a 22, so I'll say you're not exactly sure what this if it was a spell or something as well, but it does seem to be like perhaps there was some sort of it seems to be containing the statue. So perhaps this was some sort of a seal or a binding of some kind. The other thing you do notice, though, there is some carved words written on the edge just outside these runes, and the words, "The ward to bind the ancient plight."
Tisvin will share this with all the others and say, "What do you think of this?"
Wait, what was it? The ward?
The ward to bind the ancient plight.
Has anyone done a history or a nature check yet?
I can do a history.
Only because I don't know which of those I'm good at, and I'd give it a go.
Let me have a little quick look. History +2. And what was the other one you wanted to check? Nature?
Yeah.
0 for that one. So history is the better one.
I can maybe try and remember some history.
Do you have a better than +2?
I can maybe try and remember some history.
Did you want me to roll history for you, Kane?
Yeah, I suppose. Like, there's no harm in both of us trying it.
Yeah, you can both roll history. Yeah, it's fine.
Cool.
That's a 13 for you, Kane.
Yep, that's
And a 7 for you, Galatea.
Okay. Can I use my inspiration, because I don't want to forget about it?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yay!
Okay, let's use it. On the inspiration, right? So
We're
let's roll.
doing it.
You're doing
We're
it.
remembering.
You're remembering.
You're
Let's hope you get
remembering.
high
you know?
number. Oh, yep, there we go. 21.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, perfect. All right, so for your history, so from what you remember about the story and from the from what you've been told here in the Feywild, you know that the love between this Fey and this mortal man was forbidden by the Feywild, from the elders of the Feywild, and so where the mortal was sent back to the mortal plane and forbidden from ever or cursed to never be able to find another entrance to the Feywild, the princess was basically told to they couldn't be together, and unwilling to revoke the love that she had or to move on from that, she refused basically to do that, and so the elders decided that until she could come to that conclusion herself, to rebuke their love and that she made this mistake in their eyes, they would seal her away. And you could probably gather with your history check and then information you've got, and with this that looks like some sort of a sealing spell of some kind, that perhaps this part of the Feywild that you have been told multiple times is cut off from the rest of the Feywild. This seems to be what the punishment was.
Okay,
The prisma.
Kane takes 2 steps back from this statue and kind of looks at everyone with panic and just says,
Yeah.
Do not touch it. Do not
And
do anything to it.
And because you're in this area and it is very solemn, and this pressure of sadness on you, all standing here in front of this statue and all these creatures that are all forlorn and mourning, it gets to all of you. And I need you all to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Shite.
I just had to use my inspiration, didn't I?
Alright. Tisvin gets a 21. Kane gets a 20.
There's my 20.
There's your 20. 23 for you, Amaros. 18 for Galatea.
Oh, no. I got
Moira
9.
with a 9.
Oh no.
Perhaps it's because Moira, you all feel this sadness, but everyone but Moira is able to kind of push past it, to kind of take a breath and kind of that this is affecting you, and just try and get past it. Moira, perhaps you just a more empathetic person. Perhaps it's because of the hardships that you've felt here being in the Feywild, and because you've lost your voice. Things are harder for you at the moment. This sadness envelops you, and you take 1 level of exhaustion.
Well, Hold on, where did I do that? It's in the... In the thingy.
It's in the thingy. There you go.
In the thingy.
Moira gets really sad that she's going to be a Chernobog in a couple days, and it really drags her down.
Wow.
But this sucks.
Moira starts silently crying. Like just like she doesn't even notice it, just tears down her face.
Aww. Someone that's not in heavy armor hug the mouse, because
Galatea sort of looks down at Moira and are you okay?
Oh no.
Look, it will be okay. We'll figure things out.
Ooh. Just kind of driven by the sadness, Moira goes to no, not that. Like takes a step closer, because these are like sort of stair things.
Yeah, there's just like 2 or 3 like just sort of low steps. So this platform isn't very high. It's just little steps that go up.
Yeah, Moira goes to take like the like first 2 steps.
Hey, wait! Galatea grabs the cloak. Hold on. What are you doing?
Moira's just kind of just crying.
This one.
Tisbun will reach out, crouch down and put a hand on Moira's shoulder and kind of pull her back towards him. It's all right.
Do you pull her off the steps?
Yes.
Okay, there's no resistance. It's just she's kind of like quote unquote comes back to her senses, and it's like touches her face, and then just aggressively wipes away the tears, and then just kind of looks at Tisbun and does the like okay hand sign thing.
This one will turn to the rest of the group. Anything else we want to look at here, or should we keep moving up?
Keep moving.
All right.
But we probably shouldn't linger in this room.
Galatea stays by the side and away from the statue in the middle, goes up the stairs.
Okay.
Upon like taking the first steps of the stairs, like Moira lingers, looks back at the broken statue, and I'm guessing since like Kane and Amaros are behind her, she's kind of like, and I assume they're like ushering her on. Like she just...
Amaros has his hand on her shoulder, just ensuring her that it's fine.
Yeah, she keeps walking the stairs.
To merge with her again.
Kinky.
Hey!
Oh. This one can't move anymore. DM, please help.
Yeah, I'm just thinking I may have this is fortuitous because I was going to round things up now anyway, but I don't know if I ever finished the top floor. So I need to. I think I got this sort of confused with the other one. So what we will do is, where are you guys? So how do I move you to another floor?
I mean, it is after 10 our time, so maybe we could.
I will. Let me just see if I can move you to this other one, and then I will get this bit ready for next time, I think. Am I? How do I do it? I thought there was a. Oh, hang on. Here we go. No, I can't work it out. All right, so I will just say that. Where is it? That's not the right sound effect, but let's do this one. It's not quite right, but it needs to sound like flames and fire. Essentially, as you wander up this staircase leading up, you appear out. Actually, the best one I can do is this dropping you back down to the ground floor again, or is this not?
Well, I'm by the roots.
You're by the roots, yeah. It's not. It doesn't actually move you. There was a quick way for me to move you to different floors, but I can't seem to work out how to do it at the moment. So perhaps I can do it. Oh, hang on. Can I do it this way? No, does this not allow me to? Oh, hang on. Here we go.
We're flying.
No, that's not doing it. Oh, I don't know. It won't let me.
It's okay.
There was a way. I remember doing it last time that I actually did move you guys to different floors, but I don't know if I can do it. Hang on, let me see if I can. I'm just gonna quickly see. I think I have to jump onto each of these different platforms, the different areas that they were. Where's the somewhere here? Yeah, there we are. And then this one. Oh, now I've lost you. Where are you? There you are. Okay, you're out there now. There must be an easy way of doing it, but I don't know how to get it to do it, unfortunately, at the moment. So I'm just going to move you over here. At least you'll all be standing in the same place so I can fix it for next time. And I'll work out how to get you all on the same floor. I think you can't see Galatea, but she is there as well. I've just moved it down to the bottom. All right. So as you walk up these steps, the violet light that you had started to see through the cracks in the ceiling of the floors below is now completely unleashed as you ascend to the top of the tower. You find yourself in a small chamber directly beneath the violet ball of fire at the top of the tower. The canopy long gone, leaving this space open to the sky. Though the air feels oppressive and thick with magical energy, you don't feel heat from it. The ball of violet flame hovers just above the top of the tree, this tower, pulsating slowly and casting deep purple glow everywhere. Can you all give me a perception check, please?
That is 11 for me. Even though someone managed to knock it to an 18. But it's tempted at 11.
Hold on.
Terrible. 12, 12, 12, 13.
Since the inspirations don't flow over, I'm going to use my inspiration now.
Yeah.
Hey.
And perception. That's a bit better.
Nice.
Okay, so what do we got? We got 9, 23, 12, 13, 12, 12, 17. Okay, perfect. All right. I think everyone notices this. So when you come to the top, you see this great ball of fire above you. It's oppressive. It's magical energy. You can feel it in your pores of your skin, but there is no heat to it. You thought being this close to this massive fireball, you would feel the heat, but strangely, the light is what is more oppressive to you. As you stand at the top of this room here, looking at the violet ball of flame, you look around the edges of the room, and surrounding the flame at the edges of the room, you see several ancient glyphs inscribed on the wall. There are 4 to be exact. And as you stand there beneath this giant sphere, it slowly begins to revolve and twist and open, and standing before you, this flame morphs into a giant burning it opens up, and it's this violet figure standing before you, still wreathed in flames, but looking like a this music is really killing it for me. I want something more epic, but it's essentially, it turns into a wraith bathed in fire. In this purple violet light, and you just see these two as it sort of, it looked like it was a sphere, but as it opens up, its 2 arms expand from its chest, and it's almost like a genie, sort of trailing down to no legs, but arms atop, body ahead. You see this female kind of looking creature with pointed ears, a sort of crown of flame above its head, its arms opened wide. And you see it look down at you with these wicked flaming eyes, and a hideous cackling laughter begins. And that is where we'll leave it for the end of this session tonight.
No.
It's been very fun playing as Kane.
Always.
Yeah, GG guys.
Yeah, I'm going to start rolling up my next character.
Yeah.
I already have my next one planned.
Same.
Yeah, me too.
I also have a nice spare one. I just don't have a proper backstory worked out.
I was gonna ask, are they hot? But that's already been answered in a temperature.
But yes, thank you. It was I was a bit scattered today with that, but hopefully for next time we will be able to get into what this is and explore it more. But I hope you enjoyed the session today. And
it was a good mind cleanser.
Awesome.
But it's good. I'm glad we got into the tower finally, and let's hope you're ready for it.
Oh God.
I'm desperately hoping that the next time we play, I will have control of my own character sheet, and
Yes.
I'll be all leveled up and everything.
Someone remind me before the next time we play to fix the tracking, the characters on the stream, the all the myriad of things that weren't working. And I will try and get a figure and a proper map of the top of the tower, which I thought I had done, but I obviously have not. So we'll get that ready and working for next time.